What's going on YouTube? CT Shadows here, and we're here to do, I think this is the sixth podcast, the Yu-Gi-Oh podcast, and basically we have Roberto, Jason, and George, and these are like my favorite people to do podcasts with because George is fucking hilarious, Roberto actually knows what he's talking about, and Jason is an admin on Yu-Gi-Oh memes. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this sixth podcast. I think it's going to be really good, especially now that we have something to talk about that's actually really interesting to us. So you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, and we'll get right into the ban list that is officially TCG confirmed.
Oh, you guys know me?
Oh, yeah, you know Roberto. George, go ahead and introduce yourself and plug your channel that you have a Pokemon series going on right now.
Fucking cocksucker. Yo, I'm George. My YouTube channel is Manasama SRK. I'm gonna do videos for Yu-Gi-Oh soon because the ban list is legit. But I also do Pokemon battles and playthroughs and other games I'm trying to do on there as well. So if you like that shit, hit me up, subscribe, stuff like that, and subscribe to JC as well.
Yo, they don't know my name, bro.
Let's fucking who cares, bro? You say my name. You say me and Roberto's name and everybody else's name, like, yeah, we don't want to...
Yeah, because you want me to call you Manasama, and I'm supposed to call Roberto Elmo Guy 1.
Yo, that's legit. Elmo Guy 1.
Supposed to call Jason Card Player Dude 21.
Is a CT Shadows?
Yeah, fuck you, man. I heard you like dick in your mouth. That's what the fuck I heard. So,
Gee whiz.
Jason.
Conversation always ends up with someone with a dick in their mouth.
Okay.
Yo, it's not a podcast unless someone has a dick in their mouth.
Yo, it's like, so the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list, fuck you, you have a dick in your mouth. So, Jason, you can go ahead and plug your channel, dude. It's all good. Do your shit. You have more subscribers than me anyway.
What's up, guys? I'm Jason. I admin the Yu-Gi-Oh memes Facebook page. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/user/cardplayerdude21. I do Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I try to keep it different, but I try to keep interesting topics on my channel. So if you want to go subscribe to that and subscribe to CT Shadows, and we can all have Yu-Gi-Oh fun.
Alright, that sounds like some pedophile shit, but let's just move on.
To say the same.
Let's just move on, yo. Hey, man. Hey, so why don't you come with my van real quick? Let's have some Yu-Gi-Oh fun. Like, yo, that is some pedo shit right there. You know what, Jason? I don't know how they do it in Nevada.
He's probably saying that to some 30-year-old guy who lives in his basement.
All right, guys. We're really off topic. This isn't even about Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. This is about dicks and pedophiles. The Dick and Pedophile podcast, sponsored by Vagisil.
Yo, that's so... that contradicts itself so badly.
Okay, guys. Let's get into this.
Moving on.
If surprisingly, it's only been out for a day, but if you haven't heard of the new ban list, which is completely illogical because it's everywhere, I'm just gonna read down it, and we're gonna go around and we're gonna share our thoughts on everything, and that should pretty much cover the entire podcast. Starting with banned cards, all the baby dragons are banned. Elemental Hero Stratos is banned for some fucking reason.
Too good.
Fuck you. Card Destruction banned. Number 16 Shockmaster banned. Gateway banned. Sad face. We're gonna spend the whole hour me bitching about Gateway. Heavy Storm banned. Monster Reborn banned. Pot of Avarice banned. Spellbook of Judgment banned. Super Rejuve banned. Solemn Judgment and Ultimate Offering are banned. So those are the banned cards, and I guess we could just do it by section, so let's start here with the banned cards. Baby Dragons, they deserve to get the hammer. They weren't healthy, Chaos Dragon.
Good riddance.
Yeah, the E-Dragons were fucking ridiculous. Now, monster-wise, the only other monster to get banned was Stratos. Now, I disagree. I thought heroes were doing nothing. I didn't see the point in banning Stratos. Now, George, what do you think about Stratos getting banned, out of nowhere? I honestly did not see this coming.
I didn't see it coming, but I will say, and some people may disagree with me on this, but I think in terms of this ban list, Konami is trying to also solve potential problems that might occur because of the changes that they made to the current top tier decks like Dragons and Prophecies. And I'm pretty sure if Stratos wasn't banned, that Bubble Beat would be the deck for the new format. Because it's pretty much a format where it's so, once you get into like spells and everything like Heavy Storm, it's so back row friendly, even though they took out some traps, that Bubble Beat works so well. So I think that's what they were trying to address, to make sure that, you know, previous decks that are really good don't get really, really good in this format, because the better decks are kind of nerfed.
Okay, I'll give you the point where I think if Bubble Beat was at full strength, that this format, it would be good. But I think the fact that, if we get later in the list, you'll figure out that they, one, they banned Solemn Judgment. They limited Bottomless, they limited Compulse, they semi-limited Deep Prison, they limited Thunder King Ryo, I think.
Yeah, they did.
So I mean, Bubble Beat is severely limited. So I think, banning Stratos was kind of overkill. I mean, even though they did give him a Hero Lives and 3 E-Call back, I still think it's not enough. Roberto, what do you think about them banning Stratos? Like I said, I didn't see it coming at all. It kind of bothers me.
Same. Like if I would have had to like guess the ban list, I wouldn't have put Stratos on it. I didn't know Konami was even thinking about that. It's kind of the same thing George said. This format, like I don't know if the +1 of Stratos is just that good, or if because Bubble Beat would be that consistent that it would just keep winning. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it. It was just completely random.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, can I add something to what I was saying too?
Go ahead.
Like, I'm not saying that it should get banned, because I think if they just kept E-Call at 2, and they kept a Hero Lives at what it was, then I think the deck would have been fine. But instead they decided to give you 3 E-Call and 3 Hero Lives, but no Stratos. I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, I don't agree with it being banned, but I can see why.
Yeah, for sure. And Jason, do you feel the same way? It was just completely random.
Yeah, it was completely random. I mean, I've heard people say it should have been banned a long time ago, but like when E-Call and Hero Lives was at 3, it really it was doing a little bit better, but not like that much better. Because now if you play like, I don't know, like for example, like a random fusion deck that makes you run Prisma, instead of running Stratos, you can run the E-Call, and then so I think they did that so you just can't. Honestly, in my honest opinion, I just think they banned Stratos for the simple fact that because like Monster Reborn's gone and like Heavy Storm, if you have E-Call rather than Stratos, you can't keep like bringing back Stratos with like Call of the Haunted, or if you Miracle Fusion with it, bring it back with fucking Shining. So I just think they did it just to make the deck less consistent.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Stratos searches out basically every card in the deck, plus they have E-Calls and Rhoda. So I can see how a Rhoda on legs would be pretty devastating. Not devastating, but, you know, kind of derpy. Especially, I think just I think it was Airblade Turbo that Stratos was like abused in. I think that just kind of left like a bad taste in Konami's mouth, and they've just been waiting for like the opportunity to ban Stratos. But yeah, let's move on to spells. Or we still have the second Xyz to get banned, which a lot of people were saying that this would be the first, but it ended up being Carrier. So the second Xyz to get banned, number 16 Shockmaster. Do you guys think that it deserved the ban hammer from 3 to 1? I mean, honestly, saying it that it went from 3 to 0, I mean, isn't really that saying much, because everyone ran only one Shockmaster. Like if you ran Shockmaster, you didn't run more than one. But honestly, I think the requirements to make Shockmaster were fair for the effect. But that's just me. Do you guys think that, let's go to Roberto, do you think that Shockmaster deserves to get the ban hammer?
The thing about the materials is, like with the amount of cards Yugioh has right now, it's not that hard to make it. Especially if you're on like gadgets or heroes, or like any deck that can just spam force, even evil swarms, like they can make Shockmaster pretty easy. And I think it should have been banned a long time ago, because if Cold Wave is on the list, I don't see why a walking Cold Wave shouldn't be, especially when you can Cold Wave anything.
I agree with Roberto.
Okay, I get the comparison to Cold Wave, but one thing that Cold Wave does do over Shockmaster, I mean, one, it's a spell card, so it's a one card effect where, I mean, it's like you only take one card out of your hand to activate Cold Wave, and whereas Shockmaster you need 3 monsters. So you need some kind of setup to make Shockmaster. That's 1. 2, it doesn't stop spell and traps at the same time. It stops one or the other. So to use Shockmaster effectively, you kind of have to be at least a decent player to know what to call. And your opponent is still allowed to set cards, which it's like the biggest thing for Cold Wave is that you're not even allowed to set cards. Jason, I don't know how you feel about Shockmaster getting the ban hammer.
I mean, if you look at it from Konami's standpoint, if you're playing something like Spellbooks, Shockmaster, game over. If you're playing like Lightsworn, Call Effects, game over. So Shockmaster is like an auto win card against a lot of decks. So I think, and because of that fact, people are like, oh, Shockmaster's a thing, I don't want to play the game. And limiting it to 1, like you said, like only some people play 1 copy because they can only make 1 copy. So limiting it really wouldn't do anything. So I just think they just decided just to do away with it. So a lot of lower tier decks would have a chance to play instead of you just making Shockmaster and then it's over from there.
Yeah, I mean, I can get that. I mean, maybe Shockmaster deserved the ban hammer, but honestly, especially if Shockmaster wasn't on this list, but everything else was exactly the same, there would maybe be like 2 decks that can make Shockmaster consistently, like Gadgets and like maybe Samurai because Gateway's banned. So I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it'll be the same thing that happened with Spore. They'll just ban it and then bring it back to 1 for no reason, and then just unban it.
Maybe
or unlimit it.
I think Shockmaster is like one of those cards that's actually really good, but I don't know. And you said Evil Swarms can make it really easily. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, especially with Rescue Rabbit going to 1.
I mean, yeah, that's a thing too.
I mean, because I know they can go Kirkion for caster and then caster for another monster, but fuck, that's a 3-card Shockmaster.
Yeah, they can't make it easier, but they can make it like late game. It's not something they would have to force really hard. It's just like a play they would have like open most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, Samurais could do it with like a double edge and a Keys-on or something like that. But next up,
it also help.
What's up?
It also helps like OTKs too.
Shockmaster?
That could be another. Yeah, because if your opponent has like, they summon a monster, set 4 back row, and the monster's like, I don't know, 1500, and their 4 back rows all traps, and then you make Shockmaster, and then you can just swing and call traps and just swing in and hit their life points.
Yo, if they have 4 traps and none of them stop a Shockmaster from hitting the board, like, yo, what the fuck are you running? Like, trap stun, econ, like, what the fuck? Like, that would just be awful. But, spell cards. Card destruction banned. Yeah, fuck card destruction, honestly. When was card destruction ever healthy?
Yeah, for real, man. They should have banned that like 2 formats ago.
Since I got into the game, every banlist I've predicted card destruction was going to be banned. I was finally right.
For real, I mean, it's just so good, especially obviously in Dark World, but it's amazing. And it was even used in some dragon decks, right?
Yeah, it was used in Elemental Dragons.
The world's kid.
Yeah.
Card
it was used in every deck, in every Element Dragon deck.
Yeah, didn't card destruction end up winning Worlds?
Yeah,
because he card destruction and then drew into Blaster and Burner and then used Blaster to pop the card and then he won.
Shit. Alright, next card.
Yeah.
Gateway of the 6 banned. Fuck Konami in their tight buttholes.
Salt.
I'm so salty, dude. It took me a long time.
Intake. You're
fucking right, nigga. I'm sodium chloride right now, nigga. I am the definition of salt right now.
They needed to ban it though.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Roberto.
Gonna be too good this format.
Everyone who disagrees
I don't think it's
with
gonna
me,
kill the deck, man. I don't know.
No, not at all. Like they can definitely play without it. But if you open with it, this format, especially, like it'd be just too much plus.
Nah, yo, I'm telling you, man. Gateway should not have been banned, bro. That card is healthy. That card is healthy as fuck. That card is not broken. I have a Spanish one, nigga. Fuck. Next card. I'm done.
Orange juice, nigga.
Fucking done. Heavy Storm banned. I mean...
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Fucking amazing. My favorite band.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I love it, man.
Heavy Storm can win games. That's
Exactly.
Yo, so can like every card in the game, son. I can go for game with Big Bang Shot, but no one's banning that.
But
yeah, but Heavy
that's like
that's
that
be
argument.
quiet, JC. That was the worst argument ever. Just stop the
For
podcast.
real.
Heavy's like a
Good night.
huge game
Good night.
changer.
Heavy it's like heavy good game question mark like. But I don't know. I'm one of those people that's like it's like a needed evil sometimes. But like I'm only like that when I don't get heavy. But when I get heavy, I'm like fuck Heavy Storm, ban it.
I just don't like it because, well, for one, with it gone, it promotes, in my opinion, again, you don't have to agree with me, but more skill-based gameplay.
I agree.
Because, like, even though people don't like 5 back row end turn formats, it still is, like, you at least have to think about what you're doing instead of just, like, derping with, like, a retarded amount of dragons or spellcasters and spellbooks in hand. Like, that's just me. I prefer 5 back row over, like, a derp-ass deck that, you know, pluses off of a spell card that you discard and tribute dragons off of. I don't know. I love Heavy Storm. It promotes more skill, in my opinion, being banned.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Roberto, you obviously loved it. Jason, how do you feel about Heavy getting banned?
I mean, it's really does. I really don't care. I mean, yeah, it makes people play a little more traps and stuff, but I mean, people do that anyway, so it's not really a problem.
I think it just promotes, I mean, I don't know if it promotes it, but it's like, it might not be a set 5 format, but it'll definitely be a set 5 bluff format. Like, if you open a shitty hand, just set 5 cards and pass. If they're all bluffs, it doesn't fucking matter. There's no Heavy Storm.
It depends on the matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes to tag.
And it isn't a set 5 format because of all the traps that they limited as well.
I'm saying, like, I don't know. It all depends on how you look at it and how your deck is built.
Also, like, the heavy ban, it also promotes better usage of MST. Because pretty much triple MST is going to be a staple in everything now.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can't just find MST unless you're going for game anymore. So it promotes better use of MST, which I'm always a fan of. I hate when people blind MST, like fucking Ron. He does that shit all the time.
I mean, one thing I always liked about having heavy, one thing I always hated about having heavy was I could have opened a hand that was kind of bad, but I opened good responses. Like I'd open like 6 Samurai United, MST, Warning, Bottomless, Compulse, and like a fucking Aestheticism. And I'd be like, okay, I have Warning and Compulse. I'll set those 2 and I should be okay until I draw like an out. And then they just heavy me and go off and I lose because I didn't open like one monster. So, I mean, yeah, I think heavy needed a hammer. Next card, Monster Reborn banned. How do you guys feel? I honestly felt that Monster Reborn finally found its place in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Like, I thought it was like, people were okay with it and shit like that. I don't know. I thought Monster Reborn was like BLS. BLS first came out like first 2 or 3 formats. People were like, fuck BLS, ban it, it's too good. And then people just got over it. And I thought Monster Reborn was the same way.
I didn't see it that way. Because, like, I don't like a fucking card that you can use to special summon a monster from either player's graveyard. Like, it's okay, you can special summon a monster from your graveyard, but from either player's, that's really, really fucking good. And on top of that, I just feel like it wins too many games just like Heavy Storm. Okay. Especially with cards like BLS too. Like you can if they summon it properly, you can special summon your opponent's BLS and just swing for game. So I just think that it doesn't promote skill. It just promotes top decking and, you know, hoping you or your opponent has a good ass monster in graveyard. And I think it also promotes using cards like Call of the Haunted more properly.
Yeah, Call of the Haunted is at 3.
Yeah.
What's it called, Roberto? Do you like or do you not like Monster Reborn getting banned?
I didn't think it was necessary, honestly. It wasn't doing a lot, and last format it barely did anything at all, to be honest. Because like last format I made several decks that are Reborn in it, and like turned out fine. In this format, I don't know if because they were afraid of all the mirror matches or what was it, but I don't know. I didn't see a reason to ban heavy.
You mean
Not
Monster
heavy.
Reborn?
Reborn, yeah, Reborn.
Jason, do you like or dislike the Monster Reborn ban?
Well, I just think like Monster Reborn is like one of those cards that it's no matter what, it's always gonna get banned and come back like until Yu-Gi-Oh ends. So it'll come back later, but as far as right now, I mean, it's kind of one of those cards where if you have it in your hand and you have like a really strong monster on the field and you use all your resources to get rid of that one monster because it's such a problem, and then your opponent's like, oh, just let me bring it back, and then you just fucking flip the table. Because me personally, I like the card because it let me go double Goizar. But other than that, I really don't care that it's gone.
Okay, yeah, I get it. For me, it was like I said, I don't know. I thought it found its place. I thought it was one of those cards that was broken around its time and shit. But I thought it was to the point where it was a one of. Usually, skillful players that utilize Reborn correctly will beat unskillful players that utilize Reborn incorrectly. So I just thought it was one of those cards that people were okay with. But fuck it, I guess not. Next card, Pot of Avarice getting banned. Yeah, fuck that card. I don't care. Does anyone disagree? Just fuck that card.
I didn't like it. I never really thought it was that big of a deal, but I don't think it should have been banned. That's just me.
I mean, it's a pot of greed, and in the right deck, it's a free pot of greed.
Yeah.
Especially when you can put everything back.
I guess so.
Especially without the limit of No, go ahead.
What bothered me about Pot of Avarice, like more than anything, was if you're going up against a bad player and he overextends and you have like two back row and he's just like going in and shit and you torrential his board of like 4 monsters and he's like, okay, main phase 2, Pot of Avarice. It's like you wasted one of your resource to get rid of all of his because he overextended and he was, being a bad player. And he just gets all that shit back in a +1 because you punished him for being a bad player.
It's kind of like the Reborn thing.
I guess, yeah. I think, I don't know. I never liked Pot of Avarice. Every time I got Pot of Avarice, like, I'd get really mad because it's
You know what? I'll take back what I said. I agree with what you said. Like,
wind-up format. You get rid of all 3. You find a way... You find a way to get over 3 carriers and all that, but like you have 3 Veilers, you Veiler other carriers, you go in, you max C, all that bullshit, and they somehow all end up in the graveyard because you run them over, and then they Pot of Avarice and end up looping you anyway.
Yeah.
So
and plus with Xyz like that Gusto Emerald, at least I know some decks really need that type of fuel to keep it going. Like once they don't have any monsters to rely on anymore, they're kind of fucked. But, I think if you at least can go into rank 4s, you have a mini Pot of Avarice, even though it's definitely not as good, but, it's there.
Yeah, I know. I think this just enforces the use of Daigusto Emerald, and if you guys don't know, there's basically a new version of Pot of Avarice coming out called Pot of Duplicity.
Oh, I've heard about that. I don't know what it does, though.
It's like a really, really watered down version of Pot of Avarice. Let me see if I can find it. One thing I do...
You put back... What happened?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I know the effect of Duplicity.
Oh, okay, read it. I was going to look it up because I don't know it.
You put back 2 different types of monsters in your graveyard, 3 different types of them, like a Fiend, Spellcaster, and a Fairy. And then you put it back, you put all 3 back, you draw 2, and you can then go into your battle phase that turn.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty watered down.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's the one thing though. I think only certain decks are going to be able to use it because
wind-ups and stuff.
Yeah, you have to target 3 monsters with different types. So I mean, wind-ups they lost Shark, which we'll get into eventually.
Oh yeah, they did. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna say anything this has nothing to do with the card being good or bad. But I love the artwork on Pot of Duplicity. It's Pot of Generosity on the front and Pot of Avarice on the back. So it's like another Pot of Duality.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Pot of Duplicity coming out. I think just Avarice doesn't need to be here anymore. Avarice can get banned. I don't care. Next card, Spellbook of Judgment and Super Rejuvenation. Yeah, Spellbook of Judgment should have been made. Super Rejuve, I don't know if it deserved the ban because, they banned the babies, so I think that was just overkill.
I think there was somebody who said something. I forgot who, but they felt like Super Rejuve ban is kind of... it wasn't necessary because the babies are like completely gone, so it's really no point. Well, it's not no point because it's still usable, I guess. Not really, but it is overkill. And on top of that, there are other decks that could have used it not as well as E-Dragons, but decently, like Heretics, especially now that they have their 3 searchers back. And yeah, I thought that. Well, I'm not mad about it because I don't give a fuck, but I don't think it should have been banned. If they were gonna ban the babies, I don't think Rejuve should have been banned.
Yeah, that's the point that I was trying to make. Jason, how do you feel about a Super Rejuve?
I mean, Super Rejuve, I didn't really care that much except for E-Dragons, but like you said, the babies are gone. So, yeah, I really don't think it was necessary unless like Konami cares about like the Blue Eyes Exodia OTK that people do, but that's not really
That deck sucks,
prevalent.
so I don't think anybody cares.
So
It's
yeah,
the worm player.
Necessary.
Yeah, but that deck is based off of luck.
I mean, and the same thing with with 1 Day of Peace going to 1 like format ago. The Exodia decks aren't really that viable.
Yeah, and also like for Super Rejuve, I don't think anybody really give a fuck about that card before. Why can I hear myself?
Someone's not using headphones.
Not me.
Is it Jason?
No, I'm on my phone.
Plug in headphones, kid.
Alright, anyways, crap. Oh yeah. So like, I don't think anybody gave a damn about Super Rejuvenation before E-Dragons and the babies came out. So I don't really see a point of banning it when you already banned the babies in the first place. Because then it will just be another card that no one really gives a fuck about anymore. I mean, unless somebody finds a way to make it work again with E-Dragons, but I don't really see that happening.
Well, not with E-Dragons.
Yeah, maybe with something else.
Heretics, because Heretics can still use the Tempest effect.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
That's why I think. I honestly think that's why Rejuve got banned. Is because such an aggro deck can use Rejuve to plus.
Yeah, I heard a lot of shit about Heretics being good now. I don't know. I still think they're kind of.
I don't think they're gonna be good. I don't know. That's just me. Well, I don't know because a lot of people said they weren't gonna be good when they came out, and that was when we had 2 warning and judgment, and plus all the other back row we had. So I don't.
Yeah, but they had 3 red MD and they didn't do shit.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. We'll find out.
And Gustav Max.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that card.
Fucking, okay, Solemn Judgment banned. Why? Why did you ban Solemn Judgment? That's so stupid. I hate that.
I don't, because there's no Heavy Storm, so I think banning and limiting certain trap cards promotes less, like, 5 back row and formats. I think that was actually really good.
Especially since like every deck has every deck has like limited plays now, and Judgment can just pretty much stop it.
That's I never thought of it that way. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I still wish Judgment was here. Judgment is like one of those cards that like, oh yeah, missing 1 card. Is Judgment in there? No. All right, toss in a Judgment. Like it's just one of those cards that you just toss it into anything.
Yeah, but you still have to think about it. It's still a card that can get anything.
I mean, so was Logia.
I mean, but you have to like you have to run a deck to make Logia. You have to run a deck to make Logia.
That's true. Jason, do you care about Judgment getting banned?
I mean, it's Judgment. I mean, people are going to complain if it's here, and people are going to complain if it's not here, so, yeah.
I'm going to miss the Judgment battles. The, like, fucking chain link 6 Judgment. Activate Compulse. Activate Lance. Activate Judgment. Activate Judgment. Oh! Fucking, alright, and then the last card is Ultimate Offering. Yeah, fuck Ultimate Offering. All it does is promote FTKs and OTKs. Yep. There's never been anyone that uses Ultimate Offering like for defensive purposes.
I love the fact that this is a little side note, but I think it was the first podcast I was in with you guys. It was either like 2 or 3. and we were debating about which card was better, Gateway or Divine Judgment, and then Konami's just like, fuck it, we're gonna ban both of them.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Y'all bitches need to shut the fuck up.
Like, shut up,
Damn. Fucking. Next, we have the cards that are limited. Alright, so I'm just gonna read down the list and then we're gonna see how everyone feels about it. Newly limited, we have Atlantean Dragoons, Fire Fist Spirit, Deep Sea Diva, Gen X Ally Birdman, Rescue Rabbit, Thunder King Ryo, Eva Gishki Mind August, DeLorean, Constellar, M7, Dimensional Fissure, Gold Sark, Royal Tribute, Bottomless Trap Hole, Compulse, Eradicator, Macrocosmos, Soul Drain, wow, and Torrential Tribute. Fuck me in the ass. Alright, let's go to the top. Atlantean Dragoons Limited. Fuck it, I don't care. It's a searcher. Limited, I don't care. Fuck that card.
I think that was good.
Yeah, I don't think...
That's what happened since they came out.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has a problem with Dragoons, so let's go to the next card. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Spirit. Do you guys know what card that is?
Fuck that is.
That is the 3-axis. They use it as a blizzard, so you normal summon it and you special summon a Fire Fist from your graveyard, and it's a tuner.
I guess, yeah. I can see why they would do that.
So he's basically what makes 3-axis good, other than like Rooster, because that's like that's a 1-card level 6 synchro, which is I think it's called Horseman or Horse Guy, whatever.
Horse Prince.
Whatever, nigga.
Horseman.
So Horse Guy.
Horse guy.
Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Guy. Come on, man. Why couldn't I get a cool name? Yo, Horse nigga. Yo, Horse nigga, get your shit together, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
Okay, next card. Deep Sea Diva. Deep Sea Diva to 1. How do you guys feel about that shit?
Man, I don't have a problem with it.
I don't care either way.
I mean,
And I think, well, are you saying like you don't care because you don't use the card, or you just don't really?
Yeah.
I'm saying because I don't think it was. I think it was pretty. Not recently, but I think it was pretty bullshit that you can summon a tuner that can bring out a fucking non-tuner or a level 2 that can XZ into like some pretty decent level or rank 2 XZs like Daigusto, Phoenix, and some other ones, but I don't really think it was that big of a deal to begin with. But at the same time, 1 doesn't really kill it too badly. So, that's just how I see it.
I mean, it is basically like the first tour guide. If you think
Yeah,
it does the
it
same
pretty
thing.
much is.
But the thing with Deep Sea Diva is it has way more targets than tour guide, and it's not limited to just Xyz or synchro plays. It can do both.
Yeah.
Where tour guide can only do Xyz plays.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
but the thing about Tour Guide is, like rank 3s. In my personal opinion, I think rank 3s is the best, or the best. Like,
I think rank
Like,
4s
best
are a little
ranks.
above rank 3s.
Yeah, I
right now.
like rank 4s a lot more.
I
like,
think rank 4s.
Yeah, like right now, yeah.
You look at some of the. I mean, you look at I'm just gonna name like 4 rank 4s right now that are like some of the top rank 4s. Shockmaster, obviously he just got the Banhammer.
Bam.
Fucking what's it? Gaga Cowboy, Staple, Maze Stroke, and Abyss Dweller. Those are like 3 of the best 6. Those are 4 of like the best 6 seeds out right now. And they're all rank 4s.
Name 2 more too. They're
Go ahead.
Really good. I'm not saying 2. I'm just saying like there's some good ones.
I like YOLO Box. I like YOLO Box. And
Black Ship of Corn.
It's terrible.
Black Ship of Corn is pretty. Fuck you. YOLO Box is great.
It's terrible.
Oh, yo, fucking you can't say shit. I mean, it is a themed card, but Battling Boxer Lead Yoke is pretty fucking broken.
Now, are you gonna name your new nickname as JC Lead Yoke Revis or some bullshit like
Yo, JC, Battling Boxer, Summon Lead Yoke, Good Game Revis.
Terrible.
No, dude, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it as a gateway. Anyway, next card. Gen X Ally Birdman. I think this connects to the Eva Gishki Mind August, where like there's like some bullshit FTK or some shit.
It's the Harpy FTK, I believe.
Oh, well,
The Harpy FTK, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's either the Harpy FTK or it's the what's Gallus of Starbeast FTK or
He's pretty good in Heretics too.
OTK rather. Yeah,
Especially since Heretics just got their 3rd seal.
yeah, pretty much.
do you care? I mean, I honestly, I think everyone's under the same, like we're all on the same page. Anything that's FTK or like oriented should just get banned or limited or just to the point where you can't do it. So I think if putting Gen X Allied Birdman in 1 stops an FTK, then I'm fine with it.
I guess, but I'm not even sure if it's a part of the Harpy FTK. I believe it is, but I don't see many people playing that deck anyways. I don't know if it'll get popular if they left it alone, but yeah. And also, Gallus Star Beast OTK was not that popular to begin with.
Yeah. So I think we could just move on to the next card because these are two of the big limits. Rescue Rabbit limited to 1.
I don't think that was necessary.
That was not necessary at all, in my opinion.
I think that should have happened a while ago.
Motherfucker. Oh, leave it to Roberto.
Of course, because that Rabbit is just like it's just like Tour Guide, but and like you even just said, rank 4 is a little bit better than rank 3s now, and Rabbit is pretty much any rank 4, especially if you run a deck like Evil Swarm, where you don't mind drawing up vanillas, or you can always put them back to have a live target. I think Rabbit's just too good in that, especially since we're going into a heavy back row format, where Rabbit would just be amazing if it was at 2, especially if you were in Dino Rabbit.
You know what bothers me about Roberto? I always say something like, yo, man, that shouldn't have happened. And then Roberto's like, nah, it should have happened. And then he makes me fucking think that it should have happened. Like, I'll be like, no, fuck you, it shouldn't have gotten limited. And he's like, no, it should have. Yeah, he makes me like, I feel like a fucking idiot. Cause I'll be like, yeah, no, I think it should have stayed at 2. And Roberto makes like the most valid points on the fucking planet. I'm like, oh shit, maybe it should have gone to 1. Fuck Roberto for being good at this game. So, Jason, how do you feel about Rescue Rabbit going to Uno?
It really wasn't doing anything, so I think it was really unnecessary.
Oh, Roberto didn't change your mind?
I mean, like, maybe if it was like 3 formats ago when like Dino Rabbit was the deck to play.
Yeah, I mean, maybe when Rabbit had a priority, when priority still was a thing and you couldn't Veiler Rabbit, you couldn't Chain Disappearance Rabbit.
I mean, it would make more sense if they did that, if they would have limited it to 1 back then, and then now bring it up to like 2, but that's just my preference.
I understand. I mean, but what Roberto said that really made me think about it was that the format is gearing up to be slow, and decks like especially without a heavy storm, decks like Rabbit that can go Logia set 4 are going to be really good.
Yeah,
so a Rabbit going to 1, I mean, it's only fair.
Especially since they don't have to go Logia anymore, because if you're Doka, they can go Doka set 4.
Oh fuck, yeah, that's true as fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, true. Alright, next card. Thunder King Ryo to 1. Why?
I think that was really counterproductive of them in terms of balance because they unlimit duality, they unlimit the Heretic Seal, they unlimit Econ and like all these search cards.
Yeah,
but
and
they
Whirlwind.
limit Thunder King and Whirlwind, but they limit Thunder King. I mean, that to me really is like really. I guess they're trying to promote those decks to make them more useful and not have Thunder King stun them. But at the same time, those were like Thunder King was the card or one of the cards to really do something about that, and it wasn't like a 100%. You know, it wasn't 100% counter to those decks specifically because you can just run over Thunder King or you can have your opponent like bait. Tribute it to negate your special summon, but like I don't know why they keep on like hurting Thunder King. I don't really see it to be that big of a deal as a card at 2, and now it's at 1. It makes me sad because I love Thunder King.
I think Thunder King unnecessarily got the dick from Konami.
For real.
Roberto, how do you feel about Thunder King going to 1?
I thought that was unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't necessary for him to go to 2.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Especially at the
They're
time.
just trying to promote those decks, I think. Like,
Now they're doing it again.
I can imagine people being just like, oh, like people like look at a deck twice just because Thunder King is a card. So I think that's what they're trying to change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, right now, if people were trying to hype up Black Wings and Thunder King was at 3, like, people would be like, oh, we got 3 Whirlwinds, and everyone's like, yeah, we have 3 Thunder Kings, shut the fuck up. But now, like, now that Thunder King is at 1, everyone can be like, yeah, we got 3 Whirlwinds, and we can be like, oh, okay, we have a 1 of Thunder King. Like, that, it's basically only good first
Got
turn.
3
Like,
MSTs though.
I don't know. It all depends. I think everyone's here is under the agreement that Thunder King, just anything happened to Thunder King period was kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, but I think if it wasn't semi-limited before and if it was semi-limited now, I think that'd be fine. But it was already semi-limited, and that was pretty much a big deal. And now it's limited. It's kind of bad in some decks. Like, it's still going to be used because it's still a great card, but it's like unnecessary.
I think Thunder King as a 1-of is really bad, so.
Yeah.
Watch,
But
like, in December.
Thunder, it's just going to be.
Watch,
Yeah, I
watch
think
like in December, there's like the new ban list comes out, and it's a fucking. There's no searching going on. Like every searcher ever is banned, and then they're just like, let's ban Thunder King.
actually, now that I thought about it, I see Thunder King going to 1 because I think Stun would be such a good deck right now. Especially, imagine having 3 Thunder Kings and 5 back row.
Well, 2 Thunder King is fine, but
I mean, like you don't need, like all you need is 1 really. You can keep it alive with 3 calls. You know, like
fuck, that's true.
I think Stun would be a very good deck, especially with like no heavy in the format.
Maybe Konami does know what they're doing. Fucking Roberto,
Nah.
he just did it
No,
again.
the thing is,
He
like,
just did it again. He made me think about it.
of course, Konami, like people like they bitch about the ban list because like, oh, this is bad because of this is bad because of this. Konami knows the upcoming sets. They know what's gonna come out. They know how the format's gonna change. Like that's what people don't think about.
Yeah.
People forget Konami made the game.
Yeah, like of course they know what they're doing. People just disagree with it and say no, they don't. They're stupid. But yeah, they know what they're doing.
No,
Everyone out there.
made this game. The fuck?
Yo, honestly, I thought Patrick Hoban wrote this fucking list when I first read it.
Is that the fat dude who?
Yeah, that's the fucking fat dude that we shit on in
Oh yeah,
podcast
I
number
remember.
4.
Yeah.
That nigga's he's irrelevant to life. Let's move on.
Fuck Patrick Hoban. Alright, anyway. Damn, you said he has, no, that was kind of fucking grimy, but fuck Patrick Hoban. If I actually gave a fuck about Patrick Hoban, I'd kind of be mad right now. But, Eva Gishki, Eva Gishki Mind August. Okay, I guess Eva Gishkis are broken as fuck.
What is that?
I don't know, but apparently it got the fucking dick because it's at 1 now.
Wow. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it facilitates some kind of hand loop.
I'm pretty sure it's got to be something broken.
The FTK, I think.
But I never seen anyone, and I mean anyone, play Eva Gishki or Gishki deck in a tournament.
Brian.
Well, I don't know who the fuck that is. So.
Asian Brian.
Oh, well, yeah, but he plays fucking, what's it called?
Falcon Control.
Also, you know, that says a lot.
Hey, yo, you play Worms, nigga, shut up.
Sure, not because I want to.
This nigga plays Worms. Anyway, next card. DeLorean. Really? DeLorean? You're gonna limit DeLorean and Deep Sea Diva on the same list?
Potential FTKs with DeLorean. So, and loops.
I guess.
I mean, the thing is, like, Dragoons to 1, Diva to 1, how consistent is that FTK?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, I gotta check in the savings, but all of my money is in my savings, so I gotta wait. I'm sorry. I just thought about it. Constellar M7 to 1. I think that's like the Gaia charger for Constellars. But I didn't think it was that big of a deal that it needed to go to 1.
Actually, yeah, definitely. I think it should have definitely. Constellars are gonna be like the previous format with Dragons and Prophecy. The Constellars, they were a good deck. They couldn't do much because Dragons and Prophecy were so fast. They would overwhelm us so easily. And now like this upcoming format, which is so much slower, I think Constellars like would really be tier 1, and putting them some into 1 would just like limit that kind of.
I guess I can understand where you're coming from. I've just never really seen Constellar that played that often.
Yeah, because I mean, what did you see played that often last format? Dragons and Prophecy.
Dragons,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so think about it.
Speaking
That
of,
makes sense.
Also, this isn't really related to the ban list, but I just want to know. I forget the name of the new archetype that came out in the new set.
Boojins.
Is that gonna be anything this format? Like,
Fuck Boojins, they're terrible.
I saw the last podcast and you were like shitting all over that archetype.
They're going to use the Fire Fist, Water, and Black Wings. That's fine.
Fuck Boojin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are gonna say Boojins are so good.
They need support. Like they're decent, to be honest. They're decent. They just need support to win.
Not better than Battling Boxer. Next card. Dimensional Fissure to 1. What the fuck?
I don't know why they're like,
Zombies.
yeah, that. I guess that's true.
Me
Trying
and
to-
me and Gustavo looked at the list, and they hit everything anti-zombie, which is hilarious.
I'm guessing there's gonna be a set or something that they're gonna release that has zombie related.
Yeah, they already did it. Shadow Spectres.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shadow Spectres has a bunch of zombies in it.
Oh, that's why then. There you go.
Gold Sark to 1.
That I don't agree with because dragons already got nerfed to shit with the baby and rejuve, so I don't really see the point of hitting Gold Sark because now any variants of dragon like Dragonides with the wind one, it's just not very good now because one of the main sources of getting off the wind one was Gold Sark, and that made Dragonides at least somewhat competitive, and obviously it got overshadowed by just
Gold
pure
Sark.
dragons. But I thought it was a good card, but I don't think it was a card that needed to be limited.
We can start running that one card now. I forget what it's called, but it like does the same thing as Gold Sark, but it's just not.
Fucking! I forget
Get
what
the
they
fuck. Some kind of
Co-
coffin or some
Dimension.
shit.
coffin or some shit like that.
Yeah,
It's so bad that no one even knows the fuck it's called.
Because it's bad because it doesn't.
It
vanish.
stays on the board.
It
You
stays
can
on the board.
MST
Different
it.
dimension time capsule,
Different dimension capsule, yeah.
something like that.
That card is terrible. Fuck that
Yeah,
card. It
it's-
sounds like some Dragon Ball Z shit. Capsule Corp. Alright, next card, Royal Tribute, limited. I mean, Gravekeepers are, the last time Gravekeepers were great where, in a format where Heavy was banned, so yeah, fuck Royal Tribute.
Yeah, I can see that.
So now we go to the traps. I mean, honestly, just fuck Royal Tribute. Bottomless Trap Hole, limited. Fuck you, why? You banned Heavy.
It's the same thing as Solemn Judgment. Because they banned heavy, they want to like cut down on the amount of heavy or like really potent traps that you can put in a deck. So
Yeah.
in a like 5 back row format.
I guess I kind of
Same
understand
thing
that.
with Pulse.
The next card is Compulse, and I mean, I guess it's the same reason as Bottomless, but fuck, it bothers me that Compulse went straight from 3 to 1. Compulse was such a good card. It was so versatile. That's what I loved about Compulse. You can toss 2 Compulses in your deck, and you can use it defensively, offensively, and it's a great card. And
It reminded me a lot of
limited.
Book of Moon. But I think Book of Moon was better for obvious reasons.
I actually think Compulse is a little better than Book of Moon.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we're going into wind up in Zector Rabbit format, like that's when Compulse started to become a 3 of in every deck.
Yeah.
So
I
Jason,
think could have at least put it at 2, but most people ran 2 to begin with. So.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people ran 3. It all depends on who you are.
Yeah, but people would be fine with 2, so I guess 1 is fine too.
I guess it just bothers me that they shit on like every staple. Jason, how do you feel about Compulse going to 1?
I mean, it's an annoying card, but I don't think it's really that. It wasn't necessary at all.
I mean, another thing that Compulse is, it's an instant out to Synchros, which Konami's are trying to push, and it's also an out to Exceeds. And that card Exceeds Encore is out, so maybe they're trying to push that, but I mean, that's very unlikely. I think it's just the whole thing with Heavy being banned. They're trying to, like you guys said, they're just trying to limit on the really good trap cards. So next card to 1, Eradicator. Yeah.
Yes.
Not even.
Yay!
There we go. Macrocosmos to 1. I think Roberto pointed out that that's just anti-zombie, so I guess that's like the reason.
That's one part. And again, with Heavy Gun, we don't need like putting in 3 macro against water, and the water's just basically screwed.
Yeah. Soul Drain to 1. Why? It just came out, man. Oh, anti-zombie. Fuck, never mind. Torrential Tribute to 1. I mean, it should have never gone to 2, honestly.
Yeah, that card was really fucking good at 2.
Yeah, so,
I think that promotes more use of Mirror Force, obviously.
Mirror Force is still at 1, though.
It's a dark hole you can change.
Mirror Force is at 1?
Yeah, it's, or 2. It's at 2,
yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
what I'm saying. Like, you can use 2 Mirror Force now.
Yeah.
Because most people didn't even use Mirror Force a couple formats ago.
Yeah, they just ran like 2 Torrential
Yeah,
and
exactly.
3 Compulse.
That's all you needed.
Yeah.
So I think it promotes more Mirror Force usage.
Alright,
definitely
and
Fiendish Chain, too.
yeah, Fiendish Chain is also a really good card. But we're getting to like the 50-minute mark, so we're gonna do the semi-limit and unlimited really fast. Semi-limited, we have Mizuki, Plague Spreader, TG Striker, 5 Formation Tenki, and Dimensional Prison.
I think
so. Let's do Mizuki and Plague Spreader. They're both zombie support cards. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, a lot of people are saying bring back Mizuki, but I mean, in the same format that you're bringing back Mizuki, you're bringing back Plague Spreader and you're bringing back Mally to 3. I don't fucking know. I think zombies are going to be the deck to play.
And what you said, that they're having a set coming out that is pushing the zombie archetype, I think that's pretty much why they brought it back. I don't think it was because people wanted it back. It's because they want to make a certain set viable.
I mean, you guys can just go ahead and discuss, like, Jason, how do you feel about Mizuki and Plague Spreader being back to 2?
Mizuki, I really don't care because I don't play zombies that much. But Plague Spreader, I love it being back to 2 because I don't know if it was at 2 ever, but I just like it being at 2 because at 1 I use it. I tried it in my Quasar deck, but I always found that I would need like another one. So 2 helps out my deck a lot. So I'm glad they did that.
And then Roberto, I mean, they're obviously trying to push zombies, right?
Yeah, I see like a theory I was coming up with. Like they did all this just because I think Konami needs a 2-1 deck. I really don't see a 2-1 deck right now. I don't see any deck being better than zombies.
Word.
Yeah, I don't because like after the list was released, everyone was talking about there's no 2-1 deck. Like there's no main deck. There's no deck that rules all.
Well, they did that last format too. There wasn't really a amazing deck. I mean,
Water.
JC fucking.
But then what happened?
JC yeah, I know. I'm saying
Yeah,
of course, when the format starts, but like once things roll on, then people start using a deck that starts to.
Was absolutely terrible. It was 8 waters in a YCS top 8, and then from there on, it was like six dragons and two.
No. I'm talking about the one before that. The one where JC won a fucking regionals. Or not.
I didn't win a regionals.
Whatever.
Oh, that was September 2012.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, not the format.
I actually like that format. That format was really good.
Yeah,
like
I'm
before
saying
Water came out.
Yeah, I'm saying like there wasn't a top tier 1 deck during that.
Yeah, Yugioh
just
came
really
out.
just of Wild West, whatever deck you want to do, and
that
see
was,
if you can top with
it.
it.
I mean, there was about like 5 to 8 tier 1 decks.
Yeah. That was like when Yugioh first came out, and like everyone was hyping Yugioh, but I mean Yugioh were kind of balanced, you know. I mean the flip effect is kind of a slow mechanic nowadays, and it's like really fast meta. Maybe this will actually change that, and maybe the flip effect will become one of the main things.
You know what else uses flip effects?
Fuck yeah, yo, maybe Yugioh can make a comeback.
You know what else uses flip effects?
Is there a dick joke?
No.
Alright, what is it?
Worms.
Fuck worms, nigga! Oh my god.
How did you not see that coming?
Fucking. Okay, so zombies are trying to make a comeback. That's fine. I mean, this is what people have wanted forever. And then TG Striker to 2 should have never gone to 1, so that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yay.
At the time, it should have gone to 1, but then after that, the format just got so fast, there was no point of it being on the list.
That's 1 for a while.
Yeah, like 3 formats. Fire Formation Tenki to 2.
Yeah, I think it should have gone to 1, to be honest.
Damn, you a hating motherfucker.
It's fucking searches for any beast warrior. Like,
oh, word? The same way King of Pharaoh Imp searches for any reptile, you fuck?
Yeah, but that's an XZ monster. It takes a lot harder to summon than activating a fucking Tenki.
Now with your worm flip effects.
Yeah, but what other deck besides worms and I don't know what else the fuck runs reptiles can make that shit? How many of those decks were actually decent when
all right.
came out? None.
You're right. Shut up.
Don't Gadgets uses it.
Yeah.
They search out Mass Chameleon.
Kage.
Yeah. Oh, no, not Mass Chameleon. I'm thinking about Noble Knights. So TG Striker to 2, whatever. It's all good. Or Tenki to 2, it's whatever, it's all good. Dimensional Prison to 2. Does anyone ever run more than 2?
No.
Heavy backup format, I can see 3.
So, well, okay. Dimensional Prison to 2, I don't think anyone has any debates there. And now we go to the last. No longer on the list at all. This is everything is back to 3. Malicious, Agent of Mystery Earth, Tsukiyomi, A Hero Lives, Black Whirlwind, E Emergency Call, the Heretic Search card, Pot of Duality, and Scapegoat. let's start with Malicious. You're telling me that you're gonna put Malicious back to 3 in a format where Plague Spreader is back to 2. Really, nigga? Really? Fuck that. That's
and
stupid.
3D draw.
And 3D draw, and 3 diamond, dude. Like,
And
go
3D
fuck yourself.
Like,
Fuck yourself. That's stupid. That is so stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Something else. Agent of Mystery Earth back to 3. Whatever. I guess agents get a push, right? Why not give agents a push?
Yeah, I don't see I don't see them being as good, especially since they had Birdman.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, Birdman was also used in TG agents.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess it was not that bad.
So, Jason, what do you think about, what are we talking about? Agent of Mystery Earth going back to 3?
I think that actually helps them, and it'll be really good with that new Transmodify card. So I'm interested to see what kind of decks people make with that.
Yeah, the Transmodify card actually looks pretty good. Okay, and then we have Tsukiyomi back to 3. I mean, does anyone care? Honestly, Tsukiyomi has been shit.
I've been saying that card sucked when it was banned, so I don't know why the fuck it wasn't unlimited like right when they brought it back. That shit was never good. Well, it was always good when Magician of Faith was a thing, but obviously that was a while ago, so now it's not even relevant. For real, it's like not even relevant anymore. I don't know why they thought, oh, yo, shit, this shit's gonna be good, man. It's a good tech ass. Fuck out of here. You have to normal summon the flip monster face down. Fuck out of here. That's so dumb. It's a decent tech sometimes, but...
Sometimes. A Hero Lives to 3. I mean, they banned Stratos. Black Whirlwind to 3. This is what the Black Wind players have been asking for ages.
Everyone's like, yo, Black Wings, nigga wings, let's go.
God, the Black Wing hype is like ridiculous right now, yo.
But to be honest, it's well deserved because the deck is probably pretty good.
Yeah, I can see it being tier 1.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know, man. I think the only thing that makes that deck good is the Icarus attack.
That's
like,
enough.
The deck runs it runs heavy back row, it runs hand traps, it runs synchros, it runs Xyz, it runs piercers, it runs people who it runs Ashura, it runs Soroka who can make you get over anything. So I see it being a really good deck next format.
I think it's a very well-rounded deck. I'll give it that.
Dad.
Yeah, Dad is also a card. Okay, so Black Whirlwind, I mean, whatever. Emergency Call to 3, they banned Stratos. Heretic Seal of Convocation to 3. Every other fucking search card is at 3. Smoke Signal, Emergency Call, fucking Gear Armor, the Worm nigga.
They want to give Heretic something. Yes.
I mean, it's not fair that they'd be the only ones with 2 searches. Pot of Duality back to 3. Should it have ever gone to 2? And especially now that we have a slower format, I mean, we need 3
Pot of Duality back at 3. Man, I think a lot of people do. But, and I'm not even fucking around, I'm not joking, but I honestly think with the changes, especially with Pod Duality at 3, at least Worms have a chance. I'm not even joking, dude.
Yeah, okay.
You don't even realize that Worms topped a...
you don't understand, man.
Yo, they topped nationals in Madagascar, nigga. That shit was fuego.
Madagascar is fucking so random.
Yeah, nigga, because only stupid fucking...
The Madagascar commercial playing at your house? You fucking thought of that just now?
No, nigga, I don't have TV.
Damn, you poor.
I have Netflix, you asshole.
So do I.
You bummed Netflix off of Carlos, you
Not
fucking
anymore,
liar.
I'm putting it off my family now.
Damn, this got personal as shit. Anyway. Okay, so Pot of Duality to 3, everyone loves it. Scapegoat to 3, does anyone give a fuck?
I want to try that out on my quiz.
I'm really iffy on that. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Everyone's like, Mecha Phantom Beast control. No, fuck you, shut up.
It's not even just that. I don't know. It's just that card that is I don't know. It could be
plants.
Did you say plants?
Dragon plants.
They don't run Scapegoat. Roberto, you play this deck. Do they run Scapegoat?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they used to run 2 if you run like a lot of tuners, especially if you run Valley. Then you can run 3 Valley, 3 Goats.
Okay, wait, Roberto. One thing I do want to ask you before we end this podcast, we've gone through the whole list and we've talked about every card.
Mm-hmm.
Now because I thought I remember you saying that you were gonna play plant dragons. So that was under the OCG list. Now that we have this list, how do you feel about plant dragons as a deck next format?
Honestly, after seeing this list, I haven't looked at it twice.
Word?
Yeah, I started making a whole bunch of new decks. I don't think plant dragons are gonna be good at all in the format with heavy back row, because like the plays are limited per turn, and they're not, and they have to build up in a format where black wings, like the black wings can kill you so fast, especially with the whirlwinds. They can search everything out they need. So I don't see like plant dragons being like a really good like deck right now.
Alrighty. So that's it for this podcast. This is all about the ban list. Tune in whenever the fuck we decide to do a podcast. What were you saying?
Can we talk about one more topic? We can make it short, but it's kind of related to the ban list.
Let's do it. Whatever, dude. What's up?
Since this list came out and it's drastically different from the OCG, do you think that, like, Konami should just be... They should have just one here in America where the American Konami decides what goes for us, and then we have one in OCG where they decide for them, and we just keep it separate? Or should we have it as for everyone?
Isn't that what already happens?
Well,
because like everyone thinks that our ban list is their ban list, but because of this happening, you know, people start thinking that Konami is going to separate from OCG because this.
I don't know. I don't know how I want to feel about that. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard because I never saw them as like connected. I always saw the OCG as massively different. Their play style is really different. They're kind of really aggro. Like, I noticed that they were really aggro and they mained Eradicator and like Samurais when Spellbooks first came out. Like they mained Xyz Reborn with Ophion and Eradicator. They're just like really aggressive, and I think their meta is way different because they play different. And I never saw them as the same as the TCG, and all those people that just assume that our list is the same as theirs, they're fucking idiots.
Yeah. What I can't believe people haven't seen yet is the reasons these ban lists are like until December. I'm pretty sure like what Konami's gonna do is see how like the reason this list is so like it's so outgoing and like so ridiculous. It has so many things on it. It's because they're gonna see what happens with the OCG list, and they're gonna see what happens with this list. And in December, like they gave it such a short period of time. In December, they're just gonna see what happens and just try to like make a good list out of both.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, we see how it goes until December, and then hopefully they just hit everything accordingly. I really hope that Konami's just really dickish about it, and they just ban Black Whirlwind after this 3 months of having it at 3. They just fucking ban it in December. I don't know why.
Ban Smoke Signal.
Oh, fuck you.
Exactly.
Alright, so that's it for this podcast, guys. Honestly, if you want to see this podcast flourish, you gotta share it, you gotta spread the word. Subscribe to Card Player Dude 21, subscribe to Manasama SRK if you want to see some nigga play Pokemon. I personally really enjoy his Pokemon videos. I think they're fucking hilarious. Yo, fuck you, you dick riding podcast jumping ass.
You don't even know what you're insulting right now.
But subscribe to my channel and all that bullshit. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna end the podcast now.
Sponsor Vagisil.
Oh yeah, guys. Actually, I want to give a shout out to the person who made our logo that you're looking at right now. I forgot his fucking name, but it's somewhere on my phone.
Just put it in the description.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description. Whoever, I forgot your name. I'm really sorry, dude. Uncanny Jungle, that's his name. Yeah, there we go. I swear to God, that's his name. Fuck you, don't make fun of him. He made us a logo.
Is he the dude that topped the YCS Madagascar?
No, dude. That was you with your fucking worms. So,
legit.
Thanks Uncanny Jungle for making us a logo, and I think he made me a banner too, which is fucking ridiculous. But thanks for listening to this podcast. It's a lot longer than it usually is, but this ban list was ridiculously long. I'll talk to you guys next podcast because I don't really make any other videos.
And go buy the new Avenged Sevenfold album.